Howdy folks, the Sunken Swede here and welcome to War Thunder, and this is the German invasion of Poland. 1st Panzer Division entered the territory of... Yep, they did. It's a simulated battle, and yes, I have one plane and one tank available. So I'm gonna start out with the tank and thereon then go with a fighter. So let's see, it's 1.1, let's see, that's APCR, we only need, let's get 10 rounds. APCBC, let's get 40 rounds, because we don't want the entire tank to be filled with shells or ammunition, because if we do fill it with lots and lots of ammunition, it will get very easy to ammo rack the tank. So simulated battle event, you can play it for both sides, either defend Poland, or which map this is, maybe it's supposed to be a Polish city, a little town, or you attack Poland. Then there is, and this is simulator, and there is a arcade version without planes. I think it was only tanks, and then you have a realistic version with only planes. But then you have the SBU bombers, you have the I-16, and I think you have the biplanes as well, and so on. Enemies are already at A. Have I joined the battle too late? That was very fast for them to get to A. I mean, the battle just started. And we have team killers. This is looking like it's going to be fun. They have already camped A nearly, and we have team killers. Maybe I just joined I love this feature there, that's the ground interacting with the tracks. Or maybe I just joined an event that's already had started. Right, so now they're taking A, we have to move our A close up further to our spawn, and they have moved their spawn closer or further towards us. Oops, went high. Good hit. And my crew got knocked out here in one shot. Sweet. I wonder if you can't drive your tank if you only have one crew member. I mean, you can have two spawns, so yeah, let's go for the tank this time. We'll do the event many times. I wonder you can drive the tank if you have two crew members, but you can apparently not do it if you only have one. So it should instead say tank combat ineffective or something like that, because I don't like it says crew you got killed because all of your crew members were knocked out. I mean, all of my crew members were not knocked out. I had one member left, and he could still drive the tank because he was the driver. So I don't know if you all have played Men of War, Assault Squad, and all those. These were real-time strategy games where you like taking control of nations over in a city, in a specific city, or over a specific battlefield and so on, and you are just deploying troops and rearranging them. You're like the Oberstleutnant, the commander, the chief in command, and so on. And there, if you have a tank or a vehicle and all the crew members without one is knocked out, he alone will then drive the tank. But he can only drive the tank, but then when he has to fire, he need to get out of the tank, or like he has to switch places in it. should be in A somewhere, but I can't see them. Must be behind those buildings then. A little bit higher. Very inaccurate gun. There we're gonna hit, but it of course, oh well, that was a weird ricochet. And the crew got knocked out again. Well, I thought it said only 2 respawns. But apparently I can switch into my plane as well. For some weird reason. But I don't have any bombs, so I can't do anything. Absolutely, I can't do anything. I can't do nothing at all towards those tanks. Maybe I can do some crits towards them with the machine guns, but I don't think I can. Because these are only 7.92 mils, but well, on the other hand, those are very low tier tanks. But now they're capping A again, because it's BT7s, it's a whole team full of BT7s. And those tanks are very much more maneuverable. I don't know how the gun is compared to the Panzer 38T, but the tank is much faster, it has some better sloped armoring, and it's just no way your team, if you're playing Germans on this event, is going to win. And now I'm playing simulator in a plane, and we all know how that is going. No large caliber guns, no bombs, no additional, no rockets. All I have is small arms fire, more or less. That is our zone. And we lost. So yeah, that was that battle. Completely overrun by tanks that are supposed to be equal in this game. Let's see. Skip. What did we do? Oh man, oh right, we had 1 player that killed 1 tank, we had 2 that got 3 kills, 1 with 2, 1 with 1, and then the rest did nothing. Yeah, I got assist, but yeah, still didn't do that much damage towards them. We had 7, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. I mean, look at that. The one that died the most are the one who only died once. And we lost 2 lives, 3 lives, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So, yeah, this event, Invasion of Poland, I can't remember if the German forces had a superior number of tanks compared to the Polish troops, actually, because it's Invasion of Poland. 1st Panzer Division entered the territory of Poland. Defensive banners have been lasting almost a week. Polish troops need to stop the enemy tanks. So, these are Polish troops. And when the Germans invaded Poland, I don't think they had that much from the Russian side, actually. They only had their own manufactured tanks, I think, and horses, cavalry and all that. But in this game there are no like Polish tech trees, so they are using the Russian tanks and the Russian T-26, BT-5, BT-7, Those are some, well, at least the BT5 and BT7, those are some very fast, very rapid firing, well sloped tanks. And comparing them to the Panzer IIF, Panzer 38T, Panzer C, Panzer II TAC, that's just ridiculous, because that would be like a rank, let's say from World of Tanks, that would be like a rank 4 fighting a rank 2 tank and something like that. But we're gonna give it a go again, and after this battle we are going to attempt to play from the other side, because I think I can, well, yeah, I can use the I-16, BT5, and I can use the T-26. I have not unlocked the BT-7. But no one wants to play in the Germans, because they're all, apparently, all of those that have played it, I would guess, just realized how impossible it is, so then screw that, I'm not gonna play that event anymore, and then they're jumping over to the, or they're jumping over to the Russians, so they're like, nope, not gonna play it anymore, and they're playing some other event, or they're just playing normal battles. But cutting it here, and see you on the battlefield. Alright, we are on the battlefield again. Well, in 2 seconds we are, and we are now starting from the other side. Do not think that this time I joined a event that has already started, because people are joining up. Maximum scores are 1, you know, that's they have just recently entered the battle. So yeah, this will probably be a little bit more equal, this battle, I think. One thing that I do not like is that when you're playing these simulator events nowadays, so-called hardcore, where you have no markers over the tanks, friendlies or enemies and all that, when you're using the artilleries, you can't see at all on the map where the enemies are. You can see the tank over there. I know I can see him. He's let's say 150, 200 meters away from me, and that means that he should be, well, here perhaps. So it's really hard to know more or less where on the map you are gonna drop it, because I can be fighting a tank that's standing over here, but when all I'm seeing is him in front of me, and on this map view you do not actually see the trees that much. You don't see all detailed rocks, ditches, trees, and so on. You more or less just have height, distance, and yeah, height, distance, different type of undercarriage ground type, and cities, roads, more or less. And there I have entered B already, because they are, as you know, all driving BT7s, and BT7s are way more faster than the Panzer 38Ts, Panzer 2Cs and all that. Hopefully we'll defending the point a little bit, dropping artillery around them, but no hits indicated. Nothing. Friendly plane above. How the heck did we start capturing A? Speed! Boost! Nitrous! Anything that will give me more speed. He's taking fire. Someone is over there. On fast, you little devil. they captured B and we captured A. Can't see anyone. Artillery is up. Can't see the enemy. Seriously? Fuck you. That was just bullcrap. It's not sounding very healthy at all, this tank now. Can't see an enemy tank. No. Oh, that's just sounding so awful. Poor little thing, he must be struggling. And of course they're capping B already. Well, that's it. You either have to defend your bases as you are the attacking team if you're playing the Germans, and you have to defend your bases with your lives. And you have to either, like, you are the defending team, and you have to either defend. You are the attacking team, I mean, and you have either to defend the base as a maniac to have a chance to win this game, or you just have to give up, because there's no way in you trying to push these tanks when they are driving BT-7s. There, that was it. That was that game. Huzzah! Hurrah! For Gajin making up these events. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 3 kills, that's what we got. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 kills. 16 ground kills, and we got 3. So, yeah, hooray for that event. German invasion of Poland. Absolutely dog shit. Same thing is in the other event, only though there are no planes, but it's not like the planes are giving you an advantage, because the BT-7s are so small, so fast, you don't have any target markers and all that, so it's just harder with planes. Realistic event, only planes, so that might be a advantage for the Germans with the BF E1s. I would guess there's a whole team full of E1s and H3 perhaps, and then whole team full of, well, both I-53s and I-16s, but the I-16s are I am saying it because they should be, but the I-16s should be slower than the BF 109 E1s, but we all know how the different planes and tanks perform from different nations in this game. But let's see if we can do something about it. No respawn, so only 1 life. Let's see how we can do it in the realistic event. And yeah, look at that. Team B, Germans, 40 of them. Team A, Russians, 1. Only because we have the BF 109s, I would guess. Rank 2, 27. And the H3 and B2 are rank 1s, both of them, I guess. And yeah, 13s, 1. So that is never gonna happen. This is just so ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And finally, now that I know this, a simulator battle where I can use my panther and tiger. Could not use them before. But I did play a simulator battle yesterday with a tiger, and I drove approximately 300 meters, 200 meters out of the spawn, and a P-51 Mustang flew over and dropped bombs on me, and that's it, I was gone, so I could not respawn anymore, and hooray for that. So it feels like Gaijin is trying hard to make a very good game, and then all of a sudden they have some brain fault or something like that, and they just screws and fucks up the whole entire game. Because why, if you have simulator battles, you have air and you have tank simulator, right? So that thinks that, alright, in air simulators I'm gonna fly with airplanes, and in tank simulator I'm gonna be driving tanks, but in tank simulator half the team is planes. And why are you going to drive tanks when you can in tanks which you cannot shoot down planes? Well, you can, but it's very hard. You can, let's say it like that. You're driving a tank on the ground, you cannot shoot down air targets, only the ground targets. But you can fly a Sturmovik, which are ferociously deadly for ground targets and are very much capable of destroying airplanes as well. So then you are going for the Sturmoviks and P-47D Thunderbolts, which have an impressive, amazing bomb load. And the Germans, well, they have the Stukas. They attack Stukas. Not the ground targets, not the dive bombers, but the attackers. G2, G1, D5. So yeah, you either drive a tank, a self-propelled anti-air, or a plane in Tank Simulator. I would actually more be happy if they removed that section and this section of the planes, all of the planes removed from the tank panels, and give you the ability to use the self-propelled anti-air if you want to, because they can still be very, very deadly to tanks, because some of these have a very great penetration, I mean. And in Air Simulator, do what you're doing. One team versus one team, and switch them, or just go around from one day to another, or from every second day or third day to another. Switch the nations as you're doing. So this section, air battles are right, but yeah, this is just fucked up. And this invasion of Poland, how would they even guess it would be a so-called fair fight? When one of the team is just packed with BT-7s and the other one are Panzer 38Ts and planes that cannot do anything. I mean, 50 kilos, 250 kilos, you can drop 150 kilo and just get a hit as best. You have to get a direct hit to do anything to tanks in this with 50 kilo bombs. I-16s have rocket though, so they can do some damage, but still it's hardcore simulated battles, which means that you have no target markers, you have to spawn them by your naked eye, you cannot mark them for your planes you cannot mark them as a tank commander for your planes and telling them where they are and all that, because you don't, basically yourself don't know where they are, because you're just shooting at an enemy tank, you don't know where his position is, all you know is that you see him right over there. And this battle, as you saw, there 40 on one team, 1 on another one, just because they are different ranks. So Gaijin really need to be working on this. Fix up the tank simulator by removing the planes, fix up their so-called events. I mean, invasion of Poland, I thought that the Germans were outnumbering the Polish troops extremely much, but in this game their teams are even in numbers. And so yeah, that's it. And I think there was something in realistic as well. They had arcade battles in realistic battles. Arcade maps, I mean, in realistic battles. Why? An arcade map is so small that you cannot use your plane to full potential if you're flying a simulate realistic engine, so to say. And some airfields actually, or bases, landing strips, were so packed in, so to say, between canyons and mountains and all that, so you could not land when you're playing, or even though if you managed to land, you could not take off because the runway was too short. You have to climb too steep to get over the mountains too early, and that means when you're in a bomber or anything like that, just forget it. So Gaijin, please fix up your failures and stop just adding more stuff towards it. It's like, yeah, they're just adding more fuel to the fire, more or less. They are adding, how would say, fine fuel to a bad fire. They have a great game. They are making it worse by destroying it with their own event and all that. But then, in the meantime, when everyone is complaining, all they do is just throwing more new stuff in there. Hey, look at this! Trying to change everyone to start looking at something else. So yeah, Gaijin, suit up and fix it up. But yeah, that was it of this so-called battle. There was not that much battle in this video. All I ever did was drive around, get my crew knocked out, and that's it. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, I don't know if I did actually. But yeah, if you did, miraculously no, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe to support my work, and I see you guys and girls in the next video of whatever I make. But till that time, take care of each other now, and bye bye then.